Good morning. It's Friday. That means it's Shabbos. And I want to share with you an idea for this coming Shabbat to discuss and to share at your Shabbos table. So I mentioned this in Parsha Unpacked. So if you heard this already, I'm sorry, but it's really interesting and fascinating. This whole Parsha this week, it's actually a double Parsha. It's all about this supernatural affliction that would come to a person who had engaged in a number of social transgressions. So, for example, if a person in the times of the temple was over engaging in lashon hara, negative speech, evil speech, or they were stingy or greedy or conceited, or in any one of these a number of these social transgressions, they would be greeted in some way by a skin disconfiguration. And that was just a reality of life in the temple times. It was a supernatural message, a divine message from Hashem that you need to do some real work on understanding what's underlying your need to bring other people down, to take other people down, to cut people down. Is it maybe something that there's some kind of lacking or insecurity that I have within myself? So it required some real work, some real introspection. And therefore, part of the process of rehabilitating oneself after they would find one of these marks that was called saras on their skin was they would be sent out of the community, sent out of the society for at least 7 days to contemplate and to meditate and to self-reflect and to think about what it was and what it is that they're doing that they need to work on. Now, the reason why there was a requirement of 7 days, according to some of the commentaries, is because if it were 7 days, that would necessitate, or that would automatically mean that included in that period of isolation, there would be a Shabbos. There would be at least one Shabbos, or there would be one Shabbos. And that Shabbos has a certain power to help us introspect, to help us to look inside of ourselves and to try to really understand what's going on, where we need to change, where we need to grow. And I pointed out that there are 3 words in Hebrew that are spelled, that have the identical letters, but the letters are in different order. So you have the word Shabbos, Shavas, which means to stop or to rest. Okay, so Shabbos comes and a person stops. They stop their mundane activities. They stop their engagement in the rat race of life, and things quiet down, and they're able to introspect. They're able to think about themselves and their lives in a much more serious way than you can during the week when everything is very busy and hectic. So Shavas, everything stops and slows down. And then immediately what happens after that is something called Boshes. It's the same letters, but just in a different order. Boshes means a feeling that a person has of confronting themselves and the discord or the discomfort that they have when they realize and they recognize areas that they need to improve in. It's maybe translated as a sort of shame, but not a negative shame, but like a positive, constructive shame. So that's Boshes. Shabbos, everything stops. When everything stops, I begin to think deeply about my life, and I'm filled with Boshes, a recognition that I could be doing better. There's more I have more within me. I'm greater than what I'm achieving or who I am at this moment. And then the result of that is toshev, tshuva, a response of I'm going to do the work and I'm going to rehabilitate myself and I'm going to realign myself and I'm going to become and take the steps I need to become the person that I know I want to be and I have the potential to be. That's the power of Shabbos. And that's why this person who has tsaras on their skin, who has to go into isolation to contemplate and to reflect upon the mistakes and the underlying causes of the mistakes, needs to go through the experience of a Shabbos. And Shabbos has that power for us. Every Shabbos has that power for us. So that is something really special. Think about, I hope we'll always use the Shabboses that we have as an opportunity for reflection and growth. Shabbat Shalom, everybody.